All right, we are live. It is time to talk to y'all once more, once again. I know it's been a little while. It's good to see you again, peoples. Fucking tired. I'm not even going front. I am tired, y'all. I'm tired. I'm tired. But I'm back. Back in the motherfucking saddle. Let me make sure got a good angle. Whoops. Not here to feature WiseBot. All right, there we go. All right, y'all. So, got a lot going on, y'all. Currently, what am I doing? I'm headed home. Found out yesterday that home will not be the same for too much longer. Moving to another place. Come on, clear the lane. There you go. There you go, Mr. Truckman. Always like seeing pedestrians try to size up how fast I'm going to go, so to see if they can dart in front of my car. I mean, I know that Frogger was a fun game back in the day, but too many people willing to play it. Too many people willing to play it. But yeah, found out next month gonna be moving to some other place. Um, Hopefully, it will make my life easier because it's damn sure gonna make my life more expensive. It is what it is, right, y'all? Um, I'm out of the country next week, so that's something. Yeah. Going to the Bahamas next week. Still not really real to me though. It doesn't feel real. I guess, when I'm packing up, it'll feel a little bit more real to me. It'll feel a little bit more real to me when I'm, I guess packing and, you know, I guess, probably the day before, I'll probably have a little bit of nerves, trying to sleep the night before getting on an airplane. I've only been on 2 round trip flights. So I've been on an airplane exactly 4 times in my life. So, I'd imagine that everybody's first time is pretty stressful and then becomes slightly less stressful over time. That's my expectation anyway. I did do my deadlift today. It was difficult, but not as bad as the last time I tried to deadlift. Definitely not as bad, but it was rough. But definitely felt better after than the previous time. Did the same 9 reps, but then followed up with 15 reps at a lower weight after the heavyweight. Heavyweight being 365 today. So that was okay. My last session that I did was on Friday. And let me tell you, I had people asking me if I needed like an ambulance because I worked with a trainer for the first time in several years to work on something very specific. And it was something. I tell you, it was fucking something. It was something. Oh, fuck. So yeah, it's a very exciting time for me right now in life. Um, Making some really major moves in just the next 4 weeks. That will change a lot about probably how I do everything. BPMH is, probably going to be a little bit different, probably a little bit better. I think it'll be easier for me um, make sure we get TSP off. Um, uh, it really is a very uh, exciting time for me. The first lady is starting a new job. So basically, we got the trip next week. Um, so we'll be out of the country going to the Bahamas. We're gonna be on a boat with Coheed and Cambria fans, and some other musical acts that, if I'm really honest, I don't really care about. We got RP in the building. I've seen that you've been putting up some videos. Yo, I gotta tell you, RP, you're really stepping up your thumbnail game. Don't think I don't watch every video, but when I'm just kind of flipping through and mindlessly, I look and it looks like you're really stepping your shit up. So definitely a shout out to DJ RP. Um, Come on, clear the lane, guy. God damn. Clear the goddamn lane. Anyway, so yeah, this, you know, you know, this week is like a big week because we found out that our housing application was approved. Next week we're out of the country. The week after that, the lady starts a new job. The week after that, we move in. So it's such a huge thing that I'm very content with how things are going. A a very exciting time for Dr. Evil and the family. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Homeless guy stopping traffic. Okay, the guy gave you a quarter. Okay. You got a lot more than you get from most cars. Be thankful and let the guy drive. Goodness gracious. I have to say, it really is annoying to have people drive in front of me with high-end SUVs, and then there's a little bit of an imperfection in the road, and then they slow all the way down. You're in an SUV. It's built for rough terrain. I mean, come the fuck on, man. Masaru's in the building. Yeah, I've been seeing, you doing a little stuff too online. But I've been just very, very busy with getting a lot of life shit together. I mean, I'm so excited. I'm moving out of a difficult neighborhood to live in. Difficult, not because the neighborhood is bad, but there are some inconveniences that just make living in the neighborhood just difficult, and a lot of life difficult. I'm moving away from these things. My commute is going to be way shorter. The quality of the apartment is going to be way higher. Um, Finally going to have parking very close to the domicile. It's not going to be cold in the winter. I'm not going to be getting ambushed by mosquitoes in fucking December and January. For some reason, there seems to be a mosquito nest right in the front yard of the house that I live in. So we're tormented by mosquitoes, and I don't understand why. We've been like hunted by mosquitoes. Like, why is this van going so slow? There's just no reason for you to be driving this slow. And the thing is, the guys that drive really slow with nobody in front of them, they're the guy that wants to honk at you before the light turns green. Oops. There's nobody in front of him, and he's driving slow as fuck. Come on, man. Now he wants to speed up. Fuck, 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 fuck. Everybody's speeding past me. Whatever. Count your blessings, Dr. Evil. Count your blessings. Which there are many. There are many, many, many blessings. Oh, shit. Oh, that line is real short. So we're going to take the direct route today. The direct route is short. Oh my God. Now do you want to keep this line moving? Wait. Oh my God. Bell hooks. Actually, I don't know what the fuck you mean by bell hook, to be honest with you. You're gonna have to yeah, I'm not sure what you mean black paint. But I'm good, man. Life has been very, very kind to me. Very, very kind to Dr. Evil. Bell hooks. I'll I mean if I get a red light, I'll look that shit up real quick because I don't know. It sounds like something I should know about. I'm trying to grab my other phone and I can't reach it in time. Oh. And there's a nice, is that a Taycan or a Panamera behind? Hard to tell, but it looks nice. I like the color. Let's see. It's a person. It's a pen name. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I'm oh, yeah, an author that talks about black men and black. Yeah, so let me do a little bit of reading. There might be a Taycan behind. Yeah, I just did a quick Google search at the red light. Um, yeah, I think last name Watkins, and Bell Hooks is a pen name that she apparently took, I guess, from her maternal grandmother. Yeah, let me look at that real quick. Um, I might have a little bit of time when I get off the BQE, which I'm actually getting on, but I'm only on here for 1 hour. Fucking 18 wheeler. It looks like somebody got pulled over. Hopefully, they were just driving recklessly and not just being pulled over for speeding. A lot of times people never really get pulled over for speeding when they should. Okay, let me when I get off this exit, which I think probably will be or if you could do me the favor of kind of giving me a little synopsis on her position, that would be helpful. I don't want to do too much researching when I'm supposed to be operating a motor vehicle. But I might be able to look up something real quick. With my luck, there won't be any traffic here. This car drives so fucking smooth, it's unreal. All right, all right, all right. Now I can check comments. Seditionalist is here. Okay. It's good to see you, Seditionalist. Here, let me. Because I have something here. Um, my spidey senses are going off a little bit. I think that it's usually not a good sign if I'm looking at. So it seems as though this woman here, yeah, I'm not I mean just a little bit that I've seen here. Um, I think that this is an issue. This is a big issue that there's a huge issue. Whenever I hear black feminists, um, I'm very all kinds of red flags go up. And the reason for that is um um black women and white women, um they don't, the circumstances are not the same. And another thing is that the eras are not the same. So we had a we had an era of people, male specific, who some men, not most, but some, abused their position as leaders of households and thought of it more as a position of sitting on a golden throne more than being a servant to the family in a leader position. So not only so not only was feminism kind of born from inaccuracies in white America. Oh, definitely get that ticket, yo. Get that ticket, yo. Get that ticket, man. You need it. Um, so if this is an older woman, so if her views on feminism may or may not be a little bit more grounded in reality. But the simple fact that she's pushing for this intersectionality and all this stuff, I get the sense that she ignores large swaths of Black history. I think that she may have an issue with how Blacks are portrayed in mass media, but then what I would want to know from her is, what was your opinion of the color purple? Right? If I got an idea of her opinion on the color purple, then I would be able to understand if she's a reasonable feminist or if she's just more of the same, but trying to make it sound reasonable when ignoring vast swaths of reality. So I'm always very critical. I'm very suspicious when I hear black feminists. Very suspicious. Because I hear about patriarchy, 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 but the black community is the only one where the women hold the power and the men don't. Our community props up the women over the men and has done so for the last 60 years. So if you're talking that feminist shit as a black woman and you're not accounting for the changes in modern society versus when she was younger and all of that, then her voice is just as empty but dangerous and harmful to our community as any of the other voices of I'm strong, independent, don't need no man. Seditionalist says she seems real obsessed with black male masculinity for an arts major that took her great grandmother's name. Well, it depends on how she's framing black masculinity. If she is, pushing for more of this little Nas X crap, then she's very harmful. If she recognizes that we need black families and we need feminine black women, then we might have some common ground there. But with many of modern feminists today, they don't believe in choice. They say that it's about choice, but then when they see that a woman wants to be feminine and wants to take care of her husband and her kids, then they look down upon her. That's not real choice. You heard if you watched the Dave Chappelle special, he was like, yo, I'm the biggest feminist around. And then if you listen to Kevin Samuels last night, he alluded to that as well. He's like, yo, let me lead the feminists because I believe in choice. And here are your choices. And I very much believe I'm not a supporter of Kevin Samuels or a follower. We're in agreement that women should have the choice. You should have the choice to deal with the consequences of being selfish. When you get to your 50s, 60s, and 70s, and you're still working retail, and you're making $38,000 a year. Don't ask daddy government to make sure you don't go homeless because you said that you didn't need a man, that you're strong and independent. So be strong and independent. Like you have a choice. If you want to align yourself with men and then, have somebody to take care of you through your golden years, if that's what you want, you have the choice to do that. If that's not what you want, you have the choice to do that. There are benefits and consequences to both, and research them thoroughly. And when you make your decision, stand firm in that decision. I don't want to hear you at age 45 talking about where there are no real men. No, most men are real men. You wanted to be strong and independent and show your ass and show how much better you are than men. So now you got to live with being alone until you leave this earth. So feminism is about choice. I'm about choice too. I'm also about the choice to date and marry whoever I want based upon how they treat me, not based upon their skin color. So I've been hearing a lot about that lately, about, black men being, race traitors and not strong enough and all this garbage. And it's like, well, you should support me because I'm happy being with a Hispanic woman and an Asian woman. Be happy for me. Because feminism is about choice, right? And feminism is supposed to be about equality, meaning that feminism should be about everybody's right to make choices. So if you want to be strong and independent and don't need no man, then cool, be that. And I'm going to be with women who are feminine, codependent, and recognize that we need each other, and show the proper uh, value for my position in their lives, and treat me as well as I treat them. So that's my view on that. Um, so I can't, if she wants to talk about male masculinity, okay, I'll hear what she has to say. And if it's more of the same trash, then I don't really have a lot of space for it. Um, Kevin Samuels, he likes to ask the question, right? Because these women have so many opinions on men, right? But then when you ask them, so what does your husband think? Uh, 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 exactly. So she looks like an older woman. I hope that she's not dying alone. Because even if she sold a whole bunch of books and she made a whole bunch of money, dying alone sucks. From those who are experiencing it or who have experienced it, not having any family, not knowing what companionship is, not knowing what love feels like, not knowing what it feels like to sacrifice for somebody and to have that somebody sacrifice for you. But, again, feminism at its core, and I'm talking about before third wave, was supposed to be about women's right to choose their path in life. And if you want to choose a path that, has you trapping cats in your home against their will, from what I understand, that's still legal in this country. And you have that right. But when you make that decision, to invoke that, deal with the consequences. Because to be honest with you, a lot of us black men are doing pretty well without these strong, independent, don't need no man women. We're doing pretty well. Statistically, 60% of us are, doing pretty well by ourselves. And the other 39% that aren't by themselves, they're doing pretty well. And some of them are doing pretty well with black women in their lives. Some of them are doing pretty well with white women in their lives. Some of them are doing pretty well with Asian women in their lives. Some of them doing pretty well with Hispanic women in their lives. I am doing really well with a Hispanic woman and an Asian woman. And, I'm open, if there is a black woman out there that wants to show me the proper respect, who's not addicted to dysfunction and relationships and all that garbage. If she's an adult that knows how to communicate openly and honestly and respectfully and using her big girl words, keeping her hands to herself, treating people with the respect that she's being treated with, then I have space for her in my life. I also have space for women like that in my life that are white. I have space for that. Sedition was said some are doing pretty well with another dude in life. There are guys who are not gay that would rather deal with another man than deal with that strong, independent, don't need no man attitude. That's real. I would love to get with a slim, tall, light to dark skin, feminine black woman that believes in personal accountability and reciprocity. I would love to have one of those in my life. Let me tell you, because I generally find most black women to be physically attractive, when not accounting for a lot of the cultural issues. But if you're on that type of time where it's about proving how much better you are than me, and how much stronger you are than me, and how much more masculine you are than me, then I don't have space for you in my life. And if you want to call me weak because I'm not strong enough for a strong black woman, I'm a weak bitch ass nigga. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And I'm a proud weak bitch ass nigga. Proud to be. But I'm a happy weak bitch ass nigga. Making money, living comfortably with positive energy in my life. I ain't gonna argue with you. Either way, my life is good. Sometimes I have these run-ins with black women with horrible attitudes. And it's like, I can tell by your horrible attitude that you're showing towards me, and I don't even know you, that your life stinks. And you know why I'm able to smile even though you give me a bad attitude? Because my life is fucking awesome. My life is the best it has ever been. And it's getting better by the week. We're getting an affordable apartment, right? At less than market rate prices. That is um um I we're moving to a luxury apartment at less than half a market rate, and I get to live with submissive type women that look out for me the same way I look out for them when accounting for gender differences. When I need to eat, they're right there with food. When I need my nuts drained, they're right there with it. When I need my clothes cleaned, they're right there with it. Pretty much anything that I need, they're right there. And when they need something from me, I give it to them, whatever that is. And we have cohesion and we have discipline in our home. So, you want to call me weak? I'm not strong enough to handle. Well, guess what? I'm not a zookeeper. So yes, since I'm not a zookeeper, I'm not your fucking handler, right? In my home, each person is responsible for themselves and to control themselves. Yeah, we're talking about New York City market rate. So we're still paying a lot more than uh, many people around the world. But for the simple fact that they call it affordable, and we're talking about 2,600 US dollars per month. You can kind of get a feel for what that is, right? But we ain't mad about it. So we're going to be living in a stress-free environment as we continue our path towards developing ourselves personally and professionally. you know and and it's all good. you know it's all good, baby. But I reiterate my desire to um I would love to have a black woman in my life, um on a more intimate level. but I am not going to sacrifice my quality of life just for skin tone purposes, for racial purposes. Not going to do it. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. He put out a video yesterday talking about um, how people in the black community are now trying to come after Dave Chappelle because he has an Asian wife, right? Well, why the fuck does it matter who is taking the bullet on your behalf? When Colin Kaepernick took a knee, I did hear some of these black people talking about, well, he's light-skinned black, blah, blah, blah. But he's nailing himself to the torture stake on your behalf. Oh, well, Dave Chappelle shouldn't be talking because he has an Asian wife. Why does it fucking matter who is speaking up for us? And Dave Chappelle is supposed to just put up with your neck snapping and your finger snapping and your terrible attitude just because you're fucking skin color? No. How about you go fuck yourself like you've been doing? That shit really pisses me off. Well, when somebody tells the truth, but they will just put up with a terrible attitude and terrible social skills. Who are you to talk? Who else is stepping up for us? Answer that. Like it fucking matters what skin color of the person that's speaking up on our behalf. And that's why we're in so much fucking trouble as a community in the first place. Hold on. The fuck, man. That's why, yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. But we got people talking that fucking bullshit. Well, Dave shouldn't be speaking on behalf of black people and torching his political and economic future on our behalf to point out some fucking much needed double standards because trans people make up 0.07% of the population, but blackness is still being criminalized, right? Talking about the young rapper that cancellation for that, right? There was none. Oh, but I heard some alternative sexuality feelings, so that's what's more important. Not the life he took. The life he took doesn't matter, and that's what Dave was pointing out. That's what Dave was pointing out. Seditionalist says, I find it a bit strange though, when a strong, independent woman that needs no man does need men to listen to her, or worse, get on their knees and start kissing feet. But that's it's too much. It's too much logic. And notice how I didn't say strong, independent black woman that don't need no man, because all of this feminist shit is bullshit. All of it. Or should I say the vast majority of it? There are some some things that needed addressing. At least, I don't know. It's hard to say. I do know. I heard a white woman ask this question: what rights do men have that we don't already have? She's like, I'm not a feminist because I have all the rights now. I know when to stop fighting. But you get these people, they always, it's always fucking something. I saw an article on Fox News, and I don't ignore Fox News because I need to see what the other side is talking about. And this person, we're going to start with person because I want to make this point. This person was um, complaining that some new radiators are being installed in the dormitory, and this person is upset because this person expects that the people that will be installing the radiators, the person expects that they are going to be men that are going to be installing it. But the person is concerned that they're going to be installing it, and they're scared and they're confused because they expect that it is going to be a normal man or a team of normal men making the installation. Okay, that's the fear, y'all. Okay, why couldn't they install the radiators in the summer when the place was empty? Do you think the fucking world gives a fuck about your fucking insecurities? Oh, and to make, because I'm thinking, oh, and, and and it happens almost every time. I would probably say when you hear some silly bullshit that has to do with genders or pronouns or some garbage, 7 out of 10 times the person that's complaining is not of the target demographic. You see, this person that was scared that there was going to be men installing radiators was a man. A man, a young man, was afraid for the women and the transgenders. The women didn't complain. The transgenders didn't complain. But he's the one that's scared. And you know what's really fucked up about that? He's inadvertently making himself look like the worst kind of asshole. Because the person is admitting that it is men that build the fucking world. You see, the expectation was if radiators are being put in, they're not expecting there to be a trans woman that's installing it. They're not expecting a woman to be, and again, they want to talk about how oppressed they are, but if they would have left that dormitory with old radiators or no radiators at all, then they would say, well, you don't care about these protected classes. So the people that are actually keeping your world around you so that a safe space exists for you, you're acknowledging that it's regular fucking men that build your safe spaces. And you want to cry and whine about how easy you have it in the world. Unbelievable. Anyway, I'm about to beat the fuck up out of here, man. I think somebody is trying to not do their session tour. That's what is happening. Let me look. Oh. No, stop. I gotta figure out how to do this. But anyway, y'all, um, I when somebody wants to approach me with an ideology of any kind, you need to come with a rational argument, and it's got to be rooted in observable and or verifiable facts. I don't want to hear you're wrong for doing this because I felt like that. Don't want to hear it. I had somebody try to argue with me about about you know about the Rona vaccines, and they tell me that the CDC, all of the studies that the CDC referenced when they made policy, that's not good enough for them. So what did I tell them? Well, if you don't believe that these world-renowned scientists and experts in epidemiology and virology, if you don't think that they did a good enough job, then I need you to post your peer-reviewed studies on why masks and vaccines are not effective. I need to see your peer-reviewed studies in a medical journal. Because if the experts are wrong and their method for doing the research is bad, I need you to tell me where they went wrong, and I need you to show me data of when you did it right. And usually when you talk to people that way, the conversation stops. Well, I just think they're wrong. Well, you got to tell me why they're wrong. And this is why I don't subscribe to either political party. Because whether you're whining about coronavirus vaccines or you're whining about the people who do all the work to keep the world running, and you're upset because they're existing near you, whether you're on the left or the right, I think you're all fucking idiots. And on that note, I'm up out of here. See you later.